Moses sends 12 men as spies from the desert to the land of Canaan. Their mission is to travel the land and report back on the easiest way to conquer it. Not everyone is fit for this mission. Moshe selects the finest man of each tribe to represent them and fulfill this dangerous mission. From the tribe of Ephraim, he selects his prize student Hosea, the son of Nun. And the Torah records in chapter 13, verse 16, Vayikra Moshe leHosea bin Nun Yehoshua. And Moses called Hosea, the son of Nun, Yehoshua, Joshua. He changed his name. He added the letter Yud to the beginning of Hosea, making it Yehoshua. And the question you have is why? Why the name change? And Rashi quotes from the Talmud Sota, page 34b, the name Yehoshua is a compounded form of Yudke Yoshiacha. May God save you. This change was a prayer for Moses on his behalf. May God save you from the counsel of the spies. While this answers the original question as to why did Moshe make the name change, it raises an even bigger question. Namely, if Moshe was concerned that the spies may be corrupted, why send them in the first place? And at the very least, why not change all their names? Why not make a prayer on behalf of all of them? Why does he single out his star student for this special treatment? There are many beautiful answers given for this question, and each one is true and has great merit. But today I'd like to focus on one possibility, and that is that as the star student of Moshe, Yehoshua did not only represent himself, he did not only merely represent his tribe, he represented Moshe, his teacher. His behavior would thus reflect on Moses himself. On Twitter, there's a popular disclaimer in many people's bios. It reads something like this: opinions are my own and not the views of my employer. Or my tweets are my own. Or my opinions are my own. Something like that. This is usually done to protect oneself from having something they write be attributed to someone other than themselves. But Yehoshua did not have that luxury. If a student spends his entire day with his master teacher, it's only natural that their behavior will be a reflection on the opinions of the teacher. It is for this reason that Moshe changed his name and prayed for him. For while he didn't know exactly what the other spies would do and how they would report, he did sense there is a possibility for trouble. And as such, he had to ensure that no one should even think for a moment that he was involved in anything negative regarding the land of Israel. No one should ever say, listen to Joshua. If he is saying it, it must be he got it from his teacher Moshe. In chapter 26 of the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the abbreviated Code of Jewish Law, after 21 paragraphs explaining the importance for a child to say Kaddish for their parents' soul after passing, and the great benefit and salvation it elicits from on high, in paragraph 22 he writes as follows: even though saying of Kaddish and prayers are helpful to the souls of the parents, yet they are not the main thing. The most important thing is that the children walk in the path of righteousness. And he goes on to quote from the Zohar that the mitzvah of honoring one's parents does not cease with their passing. For if the son walks in the path of evil, he surely shows contempt for his father and disgraces him. But if the son walks in the paths of righteousness and acts properly, he certainly honors his father thereby. Whether we like it or not, whether we approve of it or not, whether we make a disclaimer beforehand or not, our behavior is either reflecting positively on our parents, so people will say, wow, look at that person and how he or she was raised, or unfortunately the opposite. This serves as a powerful lesson for us, for in truth, as Jews, we are all ambassadors of Almighty God, and as such, we don't have the luxury of giving the disclaimer that opinions are my own and not a reflection on the Jewish community. We all represent our community. When people want to learn about local Judaism, they look to Jewish individuals of the community. We all share in the responsibility to represent in the most beautiful way we can. We all share in the blessing to be a part of the priestly royalty and holy nation. By following the example of Yehoshua, we will stand strong with our values in the face of opposition. We will be empowered to push back on any lie said about our holy land and her dwellers, and we will always be bold and courageous to say the truth the way it is. Our behavior reflects on our Moshe Rabbeinu. Our behavior reflects on our Jewish community. Our behavior reflects on our parents and our rabbis and our teachers. I wish you a good Shabbos and a good Chodesh.